Opening kickoff here, the Challenge Cup from the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. I'm Isaac Berkey. He's Nick King. Virginia Beach United in the red. Lionsbridge, gray tops, black shorts, black socks. Officials in lime green, not to be confused with Griffin Potter in the lime green as well. This one brought to you by the great folks over at Wawa. Always appreciative of a quick pit stop at Wawa. No matter what it is you're looking for, chances are they'll have it. VBU going to get opening possession, looking for their second win all time. First win since May 22nd of 2019. As United, like some hungry dogs, chasing a dog bone to get underway. And here we go. Off the stop, Ruddy for United. A physical match already.
Already a little miscommunication, a little tussle there at the 30 hash mark. We're playing football, but already a whistle and Lionsbridge will retain possession.
Free kick opportunity for Lionsbridge. Their first of the evening.
And you can hear the Lionsbridge fans already getting rowdy.
The drums, the flags, the Lionsbridge supporters in tow. That one played into the box. Kicked out, held, top, pushed back in. Hermoso plays out. Potter will get his first touches. Holds and pauses.
Glad to see the defense there was composed. You know, no miscommunication there early, which is extremely impressive. As considering earlier, Isaac, this team has not gotten a whole lot of experience together as that ball tails out of bounds.
Tails out of bounds, and you see Wayland was locked in a little bit there with Foster. So the physicality from Lionsbridge already being shown. This older Lionsbridge team, much more experienced in USL League 2 per se than United. But youth isn't always a bad thing.
No, it's not. You're seeing it around sports nowadays. The youth is taking over. If you're an NBA fan, Anthony Edwards, talk about youth.
Toward the box, Lionsbridge throwing a fit around, looking for the call. Nothing going to go. Potter will have the ball, runs toward the top of the box. As it looked like it was Hatley caught in that kerfuffle.
United yet to get it over midfield.
As Hermoso, wearing the captain's armband, plays over midfield, chasing it down. Flag going to go up. Whistle goes against United. Free kick deep on their own half of the pitch on the restart. They'll just go right back to the keeper, Hogan. Played through. The Lionsbridge Drum Corps hasn't stopped playing in 12 matches here at the Sportsplex. Why stop now? Ruddy.
A lot of red on the left side of the field. Maybe finally has a sustained possession across midfield.
Here's Taylor, the JMU product. A speedster. Used that speed in his first USL 2 season. United across the back half. They've had longer possession per se here in the first 3 minutes and change, but Lionsbridge the more offensive possession. Throw in far side, quick tap over, Moody. Another one of the Virginia Wesleyan collegiate products on this VBU roster. Plenty of them dotting a line.
But Moody's one of those guys that, you know, he's talented. First team all-region last year in college, second team all-conference in 2022. I mean, this is a guy has been a sustained starter at Wesleyan, and he's been a game changer there for Coach Mills in his tenure as head coach over just an hour and a half away from here.
Far side, holding. Look, tapped out. Arm going to go up United's way. And then in gray, not too happy about that, but play will go back, tapped off, then they'll get it right back. Just over midfield in front of their own bench, throw in. Loop through the middle of the pitch. Foster will play near side.
A great play by Franco Tradetti there.
Taken away United. They'll work to Ruddy. On a hop. Steps in, pressure from behind, tapped off his foot by Hall. The English native returning from last year's runner-up squad. Certainly unfinished business in his eyes. Played up Hatley. Pressure swarmed over, taken away as United will regroup.
There's Moody again. He's showing off that speed early on. So quick in the midfield.
A Louisville Cardinal, as you mentioned. They'll play it back. Potter. Another national honoree during his tenure with the Marlins. Plays ahead. Moody then going to tap right back. Look here, Kieran. Played at Lipscomb after a tenure in Lexington with the Wildcats. The collegiate soccer landscape a little bit different than other sports. Kentucky, not a member of the SEC, but a member of the Sun Belt, formerly Conference USA, one of the powerhouse conferences when it comes to men's soccer.
And though Kieran did transfer, he had the opportunity to be on that 2022 Sun Belt Conference regular season and tournament champion team his sophomore year. Then he was on the Conference USA championship team in 2021. So we got the best of both worlds there.
As the changes in that Conference USA to Sun Belt, as that one goes out, going to come back VBU's way. Conference USA seeing lots of teams lost in the football landscape of things. Football, basketball transferring out to the Sun Belt, including former soccer national championship Marshall Thundering Herd leading the way, going from Conference USA to the Sun Belt. As that one just held, goes out, it'll be a corner kick opportunity.
And I'll be interested to see how the defense holds on this one.
Lionsbridge going to take their time, as it looks like it'll be Lovett set to take this set piece opportunity. First chance really from either team. We saw the free kick for Lionsbridge about 20 yards out from the box. This one, we'll see who takes it. Two players there. Played towards the goal. Up chance. Potter scoops it in. No trouble.
And the drums will slowly die down after that nice play by Potter. Lionsbridge fans are rowdy early.
Chance through the middle of the field. Bad pass intercepted by Hall. Lionsbridge a chance. Top of the box, pressuring in. Looks. Shot. Potter with the save. Loose ball. Scoops it up. And Potter tested early and comes up strong.
You mentioned it, tested early. He's touched the ball more than VB, about as much as VB United has. I mean, he's been busy.
You always want to make sure your keeper's locked in early, and Potter certainly doing that. Played through the middle. Chance taken back. Aramoso. The University of Charleston product. Division II powerhouse. Back-to-back national championships under head coach Chris Garassi before he went to the aforementioned Marshall Thundering Herd.
And not the only University of Charleston product on this team. Franco Tradetti also plays for the University of Charleston. Both him and Hermoso close teammates, and they bring that chemistry here to VBU.
Two guys we mentioned kind of the feeling out period. Certainly none between those two. They played together here last year, played together collegiately, and excited to get back in the red and blue of United. Whistle going to go that time on Ruddy. Far sideline, played up, pausing in space, and working to the back line. Lionsbridge near side, heels on the sideline for Wyatt. Intercepted United, try to play near side, that's Wayland.
Kieran with a nice defensive play there after the lopsided pass early on.
Far side of the pitch, and both teams about 10 minutes in. Possession has been partially split. However, the offensive chances have leaned in favor of Lionsbridge. Stutter step pressure from Taylor. Hall through the middle of the field for Lionsbridge, pauses and just plays back to Foster.
But you mentioned, you look at this VBU attack, it's a young attack, especially compared to a veteran team like Lionsbridge. A guy like Michael Wayland, who started as one of the forwards here, as a great move by
stepping in, pass back, good defensive step. As still there, shot save Potter and getting it out of play. Right place, right time. Moody comes up big for United, sending that one out. It'll be a corner kick opportunity for the visitors.
Huge play by Potter there. Broken gap in the defense led to an open shot, and then Moody with the quick recovery able to knock it out of bounds to reset the defense.
Potter tested again, answers the call again. We'll see what Lionsbridge throws at him this time. And sending two over once more. This time it will be Rowe who quickly plays it up. They're going to send to the middle. Header pushed back out of the box. Tries to hold in. Header high. Potter goes up to scoop it. Players all around. Lime green comes away.
An absolute boot there.
Punt towards midfield. United a chance. Taylor. Space. Gives to Moody. Shoved down. They're going to keep play going. United retained possession. To the middle. Kieran. Ruddy plays back. Lighting. Near side. Time for United. Lighting will take it. Gives to Taylor. Quick work. Has a man. Near side finds Stradati. Couldn't control it. Just boomed all the way out. That one's going to bounce. And Bamba is going to let that one roll out. It'll be a throw in for United. 32:40 to go in this opening half. Just about 13 minutes gone. You'll know the score. United and Lionsbridge in this Challenge Cup, brought to you by Wawa.
That was another sustained possession for VBU, but yet to get a shot off on goal. It's been hard to get it inside the box for this young squad.
Quick throw in. Taylor has space, feeds across the pitch for Howes. A few members of the William and Mary tribe from either side. Moody cuts through the middle, has pressure. Louisville product, a member of the ACC, another very strong collegiate soccer conference. Likes of UNC, Duke, all those.
Don't forget.
And of course, the beloved Syracuse Orange. Played through. Opportunity. Taylor. Keeper comes out. Scoops and holds. It's Hogan. Looks at Ruddy as he jogs past and says, "Not today, sir. Not today." Near side, Lionsbridge will recoup and try to head back the other way.
A couple of mistakes early on both sides. Ball's tailing out of bounds. It's a little windy out here, but just trying to feel each other out early on. First game of the year for both squads.
Moody, pressure applied by Hall. He's going to take his angle to the sideline, played to the middle. That one sit into Wayland. But Hogan will take it and hold. Trying to get the visitors to regroup. 15 minutes gone. Opening half. 0-0 the score. This USL League 2 opener between Virginia Beach United and Lionsbridge. Tackle at midfield, taken away. The visitors ahead, left side. Centering feed, no one there, but BBU is lighting, sends it right back to his own keeper, and Potter will hang on. The Drip Bar specializes in IV vitamin therapy, IM shots, halo therapy, and hydrofacials. The average person can only absorb 20 to 50% of vitamins they take by mouth, but through IV, the absorption is nearly 100%. Taking care of clients with different needs, from curing hangover side effects to providing an energy boost for athletes to supportive therapy for cancer patients. There's something for everyone at the Drip Bar.
That's a beautiful pass up field for Lionsbridge.
All the way down right on the line, and just getting a foot in the way was Tridani. That'll go out, and that'll be another corner opportunity for the visitors.
Both teams liking the near side of the pitch early. This is the third corner for Lionsbridge on your lower right corner.
And we've seen a little bit of both. We've seen one that was a short kick just to get the ball back in play. We've seen another that was a long play toward the front of the goal mouth. We'll see what we get here in this one.
A little different setup as well. A couple guys a little bit further back. I wonder if they just try the reset here. And that they do.
Played into the box. Up Potter. He's had some good jumps in there to get those. He's got the bunnies working early on in this one. Coming along like an electric car.
He's also got that size, too. I mean, he's a lengthy guy in the net.
Hall and gets it, tries to play ahead. The foul called on Moody. Referee talking to him, say, hey, you reached out a little bit, pulled a little bit of the jersey. We're going to go back right here. That's a new one. A little bit of a spray paint can to mark the spot where he wanted him to restart. Can't say I've seen that one before, but hey, gets the job done.
Hey, I've never seen it, but it's fun for everything. It's fun. A new thing is good for everybody, I suppose.
Maybe we'll play a little tic-tac-toe here later on as we go. Who knows? That one goes out. Will be a throw-in for Lionsbridge.
Maybe they'll let us be the halftime entertainment. Play some tic-tac-toe down there.
Ball boy's gone. Rogue had to give him a little rugby pass to get it back. And Lionsbridge going to play that one all the way back. Foster will look to go cross pitch and back up towards midfield. Just about 30 minutes gone. Flying along here in the opening half, United and Lionsbridge. Opening stages of the USL League 2 season. Far side, both teams looking for a call there. United's going to get it against Lionsbridge. Free start here deep in their own end. Hermoso is going to take it.
17 minutes in and still waiting for that VV United offense to come alive here. Let's see if they can get something going. They've had some great defensive stops, but not a whole lot of offensive efficiency coming on the other end.
Yeah, I was thinking countdown, and it's counting up. My apologies. Thought time had flown by there, but 17 minutes in, not 30.
Just means for more USL2 soccer.
That's what we like to see. Far side, Moody. Worked back. Pressure trying to apply Kurchenkov. United plays ahead out of the reach of Taylor and Ruddy. Visitors set back Hall, the captain. Regrouping for head coach Wally's team. That one just hops over the foot as Wayland was looking for it.
That would have been huge for VBU. And they get it right back. Here's Taylor.
Inside, Kieran. Really early on for United. A lot of touches for Kieran, a lot of touches for Moody and Taylor. And kind of the guys we expected, the older players with some experience stepping up. United using that back line. Hermoso not making really any runs from the back end, but certainly something that can change as this game goes along. Played near side. Trodati, as we see him getting up into the offensive attack, something he's done with this United side numerous times. Cleared out towards midfield. Off the volley. Tapped across and back. Kieran with a little flick to Beckett. Physicality has calmed down a little bit. We saw things get hot off the start, slowed down, but certainly both these teams trying to utilize their strength on their feet, draw things their way.
Yeah, it started a little bit more close to a boxing match as opposed to a chess match. We've settled things down here. Lionsbridge has done well getting themselves up the field. As
Hermoso headed that one back to Potter, and Potter kind of looking at his two defenders right on hot to trot there was Kurchenkov. Potter just said, "I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. This one is for me."
Outcast throw there.
Better do what you can. Taylor. Hiding one of the returners to this VBU side. Christopher Newport. Products. Plays his collegiate soccer where Lionsbridge plays in the summers. Chance, Trodati. Pressure applied in a foot race with Foster. And side's going to say that one went off of Foster. He's not happy about it, but the official's call is what goes, and it'll be a throw-in for United. Trodati trying to chuck it down the line. Taken by Lionsbridge. They'll play back, and Potter just holds and takes. Kieran up through the middle, time and space. Finds a gap in the Lionsbridge defense. Ruddy, cross pitch. Taylor, out of man streaking, couldn't get it to him, decides to go all the way across. That one's going to be headed out, and Lionsbridge looks to turn the tables.
Just a little short there as Murphy was cutting inside the Louisville product. Taylor leaves it to his backside and just a little bit short.
Hall on the run, stride for stride with Kieran, tries to send one toward the net, goes off Kieran. We'll get our fourth corner of the afternoon for Lionsbridge. This one coming from the opposite corner this time.
We've seen about everything now from Lionsbridge. We've seen a little bit of a reset. We've seen a short side kick and a far side kick. And they'll have two guys come over there again to take the corner.
As we see right up top, it's waiting for it is Baker. We'll see if he gets it, or they've got Hall using that big imposing frame in front alongside with Hatley. Plenty of opportunities.
You mentioned a big leg for Hall. I mean, 2021, five games started, 4 goals. He's got a boot.
Up Potter punches, grabs. and tries to move things back quickly. He's got one of the United players. It's Ruddy on the run. Wanted to tap it over Beckett, couldn't get it. Beckett will steal away and just plays back. Hogan wanting his touches. Sends all the way down the field. Lionsbridge recovers. It's taken away by Moody. Kieran tapped through, far side, on the run. Played to Taylor. Chipped across, Trinati there. On the line in front, opportunity. Taylor trying to chase it back down. First really good opportunity for United as Murphy got in the attack.
First real opportunity, and arguably the best opportunity we've seen from either side all game. Whalen just kind of overgauged where that ball was headed, overstepped and couldn't recover in time. But that was a beautiful setup pass from Trinati, and it's nice to see this VB United offense has something up its sleeve. It's the first time we've really seen it click together.
Now back the other way, though. Lionsbridge in the box and out off the back of the heel of Lighting. And while we get set up, at Zoop Eatery, you can build the perfect box lunch, a customizable and individually packaged meal for your convenience. Choose from any one of a wide variety of soups, fresh salads, made-to-order sandwiches, all served with a hunk of bread and dessert. There's something for the whole crew at Zoop Eatery.
You know, Isaac, you'd think that we're in the South, that it'd be a little bit warm, but I'm up here in short sleeves, and I'm a little chilly, so soup doesn't sound too bad right now.
It is that perfect soup weather. Is off the volley, trying to catch it, and just sent wide right. Little Adam Vinatieri style. Comes out for the goal kick for Virginia Beach United. Play near side, Lighting, and back away we go. Just about 19 minutes to go, opening half. Zeros on the scoreboard. Both teams with a couple of chances. Lionsbridge with more offensive opportunities. United, though, has had time of possession in their favor as Taylor, the long shot, bounced off, and Hogan collects it. Trying to let it rip from about 5 yards outside the top of the box. Deflected off the defender.
It's another beautiful setup pass from Trinati. He's been all over the field, man. He keeps running back and forth. The cardio could not keep up with him, I'll tell you that. 100 miles and running. That's for sure.
Lionsbridge will take back, work across the pitch. Patience as Wyatt tries to play through for Hall. Track down. Moody. One of two Marlins in this starting lineup for head coach Chris Mills.
Several Marlins in the reserves, though. One of them being Josh Nevins, the aforementioned we talked about earlier. Expect him to see some playing time early on in this season.
Neither team digging into their bench quite yet. Lionsbridge, a few maybe starting to get loose, but both coaches content with what they've seen from their respective sides in the early stages.
Why wouldn't you be? Both defenses have been well. Lionsbridge's attack has been fantastic. It's been VBU's forwards that have just had a hard time getting things going, but they've had a few nice opportunities in the past 5 or so minutes that, warrant them to stay on a little more. This team has not been together long, so this is almost like a feeling out period in itself in actual game time.
Busy week upcoming for Virginia Beach United. Wednesday night, Pups at the Plex as Nova FC comes into town.
Do we get to bring our dogs?
If you've got one, bring it on into the booth.
I'll hold you up on that.
No guarantees on whether or not it will be a bark-free broadcast at that point. But hey, all dogs are welcome. As cutting to the middle there, the opportunity for Ngobu.
Ngobu's simply in one word, dangerous. I mean, this is a guy, a Davidson product that this past season, up in Steph Curry's alma mater, had 12 goals, led the team 51 shots. He's a busy offensive player.
Top of the box, step, looking, and Kuchenkov, another Davidson product. Those two with familiarity with each other. As that one goes out, and we're going to get corner number 5. Corner number 4 here on the near side of the pitch. As little confusion on the call there is we had one of the United players standing holding on to the ball. Ethan Taylor gives it over to Lionsbridge, and it looks like Rowe is going to take a quick jog toward the sideline. Oh, lost his shin guard. Has to get that replaced from the sideline. Meantime, the game behind the game goes on while we wait for the other one on the inflatable soccer field, soccer goals.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but an incredible save there from probably the 6 or 7-year-old in net.
A bright future in the VBU stripes potentially for that kid. Sign him up.
Heard they got some scouts over there.
You never know. Long ball played through the middle. Love it. Toward the end line, and out it goes. I'm going to say that one was VBU thought it was off Lionsbridge, and that was potentially why Lighting let it go. Instead, the headman says, "No, that's off of red." So, corner number 6 for Lionsbridge. Left foot in, header through the uprights. 3 points in American football, none in football. Game stayed 0-0. Just about 13 minutes to go in half number 1.
That'd be something, huh? 3 points in this game. If you could head it through the uprights,
I think we'd have more people trying for that than anything else. As that one goes out, and again, both teams trying to plead their case, but it's going to go to Lionsbridge. Plays back to Hogan.
finally get some action.
Tapped through to the middle. It's Baker. For United in the early stages, a presence of these guys who played together before, but also played together collegiately, can't be understated. Really, on both these sides early going, we talked about how not a lot of time together for either side heading into this one. And a big match right off the bat. Division game, a USL League 2 game, not really a chance to kind of test the waters, as a quick little shove from Howells as he's going to get a talking to, and he didn't really like it. It seemed like it was Rowe who said or did something to Potter. It set off Howells for a little shove in the back. No card going to be handed.
Al's a guy that's been no contact all week. Definitely not scared to get in there after being cleared from a concussion.
And the official having a few words with him. It's going to give it back to Potter on a drop ball. Certainly something to keep an eye on. We had a little hostility early on. Things had calmed down. Potter going to play. Work through the middle. Ruddy couldn't control it. Dancing his way through, collides with the hip of one of the Lionsbridge players. United will get the ball back, though. Ruddy has a man near side. Taylor dances away, feeds back. Lighting to Trinati. Ruddy pulled away, trying to get it. Here's Kieran to Taylor. Sprints past. Tripped up, outran the defender. Has a chance. Tried to feed it through. Couldn't. Held. Off the bounce. Near side. Kieran. Right foot. Cross. No one there but Gray. Kieran will get it back. Header played toward the cage. And Hogan has his third save of the evening.
You're seeing this offense really rotate through the guys that are more comfortable with each other. You've seen Kieran and Trinati and Hermoso when he gets up the field, and then Ethan Taylor, who was on the team a couple years ago. You've seen them get involved in almost a little triangle square sort of organization. Waylon's been getting involved, but not much happening on the left side of the field. And as I say that, there it goes to the left side.
As Tyler Hogan, the keeper, coming from FIU, and a whistle goes, we might see a card as one of the United players taking exception, as that was Moody, not happy with the actions of his Lionsbridge counterpart. And
Sam Murphy getting up, shaking it off. Seems to be okay.
Free kick opportunity for United. 9 minutes to go. Opening half, of course, not including stoppage time.
And I'd say so far it's been successful. I didn't expect this VBU team to come out guns a-blazing on the offensive side, but they've withstood some challenges and some adversity on the defensive side and really held their own to keep it a tie game with 9 minutes left in the first. I think if you're Coach Mills, you got to be impressed with what your team has done this point against an experienced, talented, and a Lionsbridge team that has frankly been together far longer.
Ruddy, long ball, header, up, loose, and the whistle going to go is a offside call on United, and the whining from the Lionsbridge back in right to the official is Foster, taking exception to the body contact he received. Both sides their fair share of little complaining to the officials.
That's just sports, though, isn't it? I don't think there's ever been a close game where there hasn't been some animosity towards officials. But I think the guys in green that are not named Griffin Potter have called a pretty fair game. And I like that they're letting them play. No cards issued, some physicality going on, but they're letting them play.
As that one off of the Lionsbridge player, and United tried to get a quick restart there. Visitors take it away, move it back. Far side of the pitch, Howells has it tapped off his foot. Goes out, it'll stay with United. Quick play, far side. There's Trinati. He's got Taylor on the wing. Ruddy wanted a little give and go. Taylor instead going to cut to the middle. Ball dodges the slide tackle. That's going to draw a whistle as Baker in dangerous play territory. Through the middle, tried to tap back, and just overrunning that was Taylor. Intercepted Lighting. Playing along on a little bit of a triangle is Kieran. It's for Wayland. Right back, United. Trying to find a gap. They'll feed to Trotty. He centers the cross up, and Hogan right there to collect it in. Wayland was trying to go up for the header with him. Maybe just a little too much of an angle towards the goal mouth from Trotty. 0-0 the score. 39 minutes off the clock, just about 6 minutes to play, half number one.
I don't know if it's the no offense, but the scoreboard's starting to go to sleep on us, Isaac. I don't know what's happening.
As time ticking away, Lionsbridge, there we are. Lionsbridge plays down the far side, out, and it'll stay with the visitors. Taking their time on this one. We've seen a fair share of quick restarts as well as biding their time to set something up. Alonso got to be careful as he was towing the line. Looked like his foot might have even gone in play. Off the far side, looking to center. Up, nobody there but Red. Played top of the box. Still trying to get it out. United. Header from Ruddy. And they're going to nab Lionsbridge for a dangerous play. And now it looks like Baker is drawing the ire of an official as he had a few more words to say. Started to reach for his pocket. Not going to reach. Instead, Baker just gets a firm talking to. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. The type of fatherly comment no one wants to hear.
That's the motherly comment nobody wants to hear. The father lets you know you're mad. The mother, if she's disappointed, oh boy, that's a long couple days for you.
But for all those mothers out there, happy Mother's Day tomorrow, early. Hope you're not disappointed in whatever your offspring gift you. Ball played ahead on the run. Wayland gets spun around, tries to play through for Taylor. Good look, but nothing there. Just maybe a little less than needed to be. Wayland these last few minutes has really started to come alive as well. We've seen more from him. Miscommunication on the throw-in.
I was about to say Wayland still in a senior year of high school. You know, came out a little shaky, misread that early cross, but he's settled in and he's kind of found his spot in the offense, playing with a little bit more swag. You love to see it. Hey, yeah.
Committed to join the Monarchs at Old Dominion, just down the road here in Norfolk. Joining the likes of Owen Ruddy on that ODU roster. Member of the Sun Belt Conference. Lionsbridge to Foster. Just about 3 minutes to go. Opening half, not including stoppage. Zeros on the scoreboard. Rolls up and over. Hermoso. Another touch. Plays off far side down the line. They wanted to get to Wayland, but out it goes. Back to Lionsbridge. Header tipped back. Hall collects. Hermoso. Firm body check.
He's got some words now, too.
Whistle goes, and that's one of those that both sides, maybe in this position, you let that one go no matter who does it. If it's Lionsbridge on the other side, VBU on this end. But whistle goes, and so an opportunity off the free kick. We saw one from similar position early on in this one.
Real early on, about first minute and a half. Now final minute and a half of the half. That's a mouthful.
Bro stands, conversing. Bill's on a loop. Played over to him. Tried to push into the box, deflected. Ruddy there. And sidestep tackle. Nice play by Ruddy to send that out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for United.
That was a great defensive stand from Ruddy. Absolutely phenomenal. The ODU product, as you just mentioned.
Potter in, swoops around, and collects it. Pauses and just waits. Trinati, near side, has help with him. They'll play back to Potter. Hermoso. Intercepted in Gobu. In a foot race. Beats one. Pauses. Cuts back. Shot. And off the outside of the net. Potter just lets it go. It'll be a goal kick for United. 15 seconds and counting, not including stoppage time. Probably 2-3 minutes of stoppage time.
I'll wager 3.
A relatively fast-paced first 45 here. United and Lionsbridge. We'll wait for the official announcement, of course. That one played up. Taken back. First half stoppage time. Header to the near side. Trinati. Give and go, Kieran. Chip. Whalen. Holding strong. Nice work, though. Kind of boxes man out. Played out, and they're going to say that one went off Ruddy. The foul on Ruddy, excuse me. 2 minutes of stoppage time. We've played just about one.
Thought that call on Ruddy might have been a little bit questionable, especially this late in the half. Nonetheless, Lionsbridge with possession.
Overall, officiating very fair on both sides. Neither team really a strong advantage in this opening half, and we've seen maybe one offside call is off the volley, tried to blast it right into the shin pads. Taylor's going to play to the middle of the pitch. Shoved down, and Whalen draws the call.
Scramble for the ball now.
Scramble for the ball. Hall using his veteran savvy to try to kind of keep it away from Moody. Plays in right off the foot out. It'll go to United. Trinati.
Poor ball boy got hit in the face when we're trying to recover the one that just went out.
Looking for space, wanted to get it to Whalen. Nothing was there. Lionsbridge took it away. Collision. Kieran on the run. Played off his foot, and that's going to do it for the opening half. So we played 45. Nobody's been able to find the back of the net just yet. We're going to end this first half the same way we started it. 0-0 on the scoreboard. Nick, thoughts so far from the opening half from VBU?
From VBU's perspective, I kind of alluded to it earlier, but you've got to be pleased with what you've seen, especially on the defensive side. And Franco Trinati has been fantastic. You've seen him running from coast to coast, making some beautiful setup passes towards midfield, towards the box. He's been incredible so far for this VBU team. And then also towards the back. Haven't seen him come up too much. Expected to see him a little bit more involved in the offensive side, but his defensive presence there has been strong-willed and nothing short of impressive. And, of course, Griffin Potter, showing shades of Harry Potter, putting a little bit of a magic show on in the net. Impressive with his performance so far.
The VBU midfield very strong in that opening half. Moody, Ruddy, and Kieran jumping up on the attack. Also, as you mentioned, playing strong in their own defensive end, shifting to the other side. The Lionsbridge offense, very dangerous, getting opportunities really throughout. And Gobu had a few, Krchenkov had a few, Hall, Beckett, all jumping in, showing why they were USL League 2 runners-up last year with all that returning firepower. and certainly something they're going to try to regroup here at halftime.
Yeah, you saw it towards the end, and Gubu rushing up that field, got past House. He's a big player. He's a fast player, too, and he's got a heck of a leg. This attack has been fantastic. Baker and Beckett both have been amazing in the midfield, especially coming up. Baker especially has had some really nice corner setups. Potter has been able to get in there on a couple of them, but towards the end of the half, we saw a couple of nice opportunities, the one that sailed through the uprights. This is a Lionsbridge attack that appears to be experienced and is experienced. They're showing their veteran abilities and their chemistry on the field early on.
And we're going to take a break, but time to remind you that if you're thinking about somewhere to go grab some food during halftime, think about Tropical Smoothie. Eat better, feel better. Bursting with fresh flavors. Offer grab-and-go catering and box lunches. Tropical Smoothie Cafe here in Virginia Beach on Princess Anne Road, right across the street from TCC, as well as all throughout Hampton Roads. Well, about 12 minutes at halftime. We'll be back here in about 6. Virginia Beach United and Lionsbridge 0-0 the score. Back in just a few moments from the Virginia Beach Sportsplex.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
As a lifelong local, avid waterman, coach at Kellam High School, coach at the Virginia West Soccer Club, also a member at Virginia Beach National and Henry Reed Golf Club. The 757 is a great place to live and play. As a seasoned realtor at the Bryan Group, I know I can find you the perfect home.
Treat yourself to a visit to the Drip Bar, IV hydration and vitamin therapy in Virginia Beach. Boost your immunity, increase your energy, and promote anti-aging with our personalized treatments designed to ensure efficient nutrition absorption to rejuvenate your mind and body. Come see our chic and relaxing day spa for yourself today. We welcome walk-ins and appointments. Our medical professionals will help you achieve your best health and answer all your questions. The Drip Bar at Lansdowne Commons in Virginia Beach.
Revitalize your property today. Shine Time is your turnkey solution for all power washing and painting projects. With years of experience in both residential and large-scale commercial settings, their focus is to bring new life to your home, building, or outdoor space and ensure 100% customer satisfaction every time. Shine Time Power Wash.
At CHKD, Sports medicine is more than just treating injuries. It's a whole team approach to caring for young athletes. With experienced physicians, surgeons, trainers, and rehab specialists here when kids and teens need them most. Our experts help young athletes prevent injuries too, with advanced training and conditioning programs that keep them in the game safely. CHKD Sports Medicine, where kids are more than patients and we're more than a hospital.
Pain and Gain, your one-stop shop for all things field hockey. Located in Princess One Shopping Center, Virginia Beach, we carry everything you need on the turf, from black sticks, turf shoes, mouth guards, and much more. Try out your stick before you buy in our synthetic turf area. Pain and Gain. Embrace the pain, enjoy the game.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
Treat yourself to a visit to the Drip Bar IV Hydration and Vitamin Therapy in Virginia Beach. Boost your immunity, increase your energy, and promote anti-aging with our personalized treatments designed to ensure efficient nutrition absorption to rejuvenate your mind and body. Come see our chic and relaxing day spa for yourself today. We welcome walk-ins and appointments. Our medical professionals will help you achieve your best health and answer all your questions. The Drip Bar at Lansdowne Commons in Virginia Beach.
Pain and Gain, your one-stop shop for all things field hockey. Located in Princess One Shopping Center, Virginia Beach, we carry everything you need on the turf, from black sticks, turf shoes, mouth guards, and much more. Try out your stick before you buy in our synthetic turf area. Pain and Gain. Embrace the pain, enjoy the game.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
Get ready for a season of thrills and excitement. Virginia Beach United invites you to experience the adrenaline of USL League 2 Pro Soccer. Tickets are only $10 for adults, $7 for kids, and children 5 and under are free. It's the perfect family outing filled with fun and entertainment. Secure your seats now for a season of unforgettable soccer moments with Virginia Beach United. Don't miss out.
Back at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, 45 minutes in the books, 45 to go, maybe a little bit longer. I'm Isaac Berkey. He's Nick King. Virginia Beach United and Lionsbridge in a 0-0 draw right now. Both teams opportunities in the first half, Nick. We saw the Lionsbridge offense really come alive at the start. VBU kind of answered with some counter punches of their own. We'll start with head coach Chris Wally of Lionsbridge, thinking about what you saw, options for what they could do in half number 2. What do you think some of the statements being made, some of the changes potentially thrown out there for Lionsbridge coming into the second half are going to be?
Honestly, I think Wally's just telling his guys right now to find the open man. There have been opportunities with Lionsbridge on the attack where they've kind of got a little bit ahead of themselves. You saw at the end with Ngugu, he got past Howes and then suddenly stopped a little bit and then let off a ripper. You can maybe reset there, find the open guy, get the offense set, have some better scoring opportunities. And, Potter's been nice in net, but this Lionsbridge team, I think Wally's pleased with what he's seen. This team has been pretty much the superior team when it comes to actual shots. And I think that's going to be the memo he pushes is just keep doing what you're doing because one of them will find the back of the net.
Now take off your Lionsbridge hat, throw on your VBU cap. Chris Mills, what do you think the VBU head man is saying to his side as they prepare for half number 2, stepping out onto the pitch here?
Got to give me 1 second, Isaac. This VBU hat's a little tight on me, but 1 second. Okay, I got it on. I think Mills is going to say the exact opposite thing to his offense. It's just more being composed before you get it across midfield. This has been a team that has circulated through 4 players so far in the first half. Kind of a rotation between Tradati, Kieran, Lighting, and Moody. 4 guys that are veteran players at the collegiate level. 3 of them have played together before, that being Kieran, Tradati, and Lighting. I think he's going to ask more guys to get involved, try and spread it across the field a little more, because what we're seeing now is this Lionsbridge defense kind of cowering onto that near side of the field towards us. Once that ball gets close to that midfield mark, I think Mills has to have the offense get other guys involved to stretch out this Lionsbridge defense, because when this VB United offense has had success, it's been in opportunities where that ball has traveled to both sides of the field. It's been in opportunities where the offense has gotten ahead and where other guys have gotten involved. One of those guys being Michael Wayland, who I think is going to play a big role in this second half.
And it'll be interesting to see which team goes and dips into their bench first. Obviously, both sides, some threats and some experience on that bench. Nobody dipped into it here in half number 1. But you mentioned for VBU, that offense, we saw Cardani stepping up. Hermoso, someone who has stepped up, maybe a little bit more conservative. We talked about the absence of Ben Wilkinson from this lineup, someone that, could be missing in Hermoso's game, for him, allowing him to kind of step up that steady presence back. But either way, the VBU backline has been very solid so far in half number 1 as they shift into half number 2. The midfield really kind of pushing up and forcing the issue. We'll see their opportunities. They had a few that came from the outside into the box. However, Hogan, only a handful of saves. Wasn't really tested as much as Potter was. So it'll be interesting to see where they push that attack from on the VBU side, what opportunities, and how are they really able to find gaps. They had those opportunities, as you mentioned, kind of chances in the middle of the pitch, but what's going to present itself here in half number 2?
Well, I think what's going to present itself, I think you mentioned earlier, Hermoso was an extremely valuable offensive piece last year for United, and he's missing Wilkinson right now. Because you have a guy like Howes that is listed on with William Mary as a midfielder and a center back, and he's playing right back tonight, somewhere that he doesn't traditionally play forward in midfield in high school. When I look forward in the second half, I think they're going to try and switch things up in the forward side. I like what Murphy's been doing, and I love what Taylor's been doing, but I think they need to have a guy like Ruddy or a guy like Moody who's got some speed, maybe play up a little bit more, trying to hit around that 40 hash, about 20 yards outside the box, and try and get some guys involved in the middle of the field and space things out to get some open looks.
And we've seen kind of Taylor, Moody, Murphy, it all kind of at times felt like in that first half they were really almost playing with training wheels on. It's kind of, not wanting to take that further step, kind of pausing a little bit. 1 half's in. Got to take the training wheels off. Got to just kind of go full bore. This VBU team's looking to do something they haven't done since 2019. And that 2019 and that's come away from a match with Lionsbridge. If I can talk, that's beating Lionsbridge, something they haven't done. They've only done once in the history of the club. A tall task in a way that I think a win tonight for VBU would set a message that, hey, this team's here. They're here to contend for a division title, something that I know head coach Chris Mills wants to make a statement. And this is the perfect way to do it.
Yeah, and you have a tough matchup against Lionsbridge coming later this season. Lionsbridge is a near impossible place to come away with a win. You know, they have almost 30 consecutive home games won. So if you can at least guarantee a split of the series, you know, and fight for that top spot in the division, that would be massive for a young VB United squad, because you can't be fighting from behind 2 months ahead from now when you travel to Lionsbridge to take on that loyal fan base and, you know, this veteran squad.
And it's really no secret in USL League 2 that this division runs through that side of the water. So as you mentioned, to get kind of a leg up to start, and certainly a confidence booster for this team in VBU. We'll see what they're able to do as we prepare for kickoff of the second half. But whether your child's competing on the field tonight, like Strata Bikers on the road to Olympic glory, the multidisciplinary team at CHKD Sports Medicine is dedicated to the comprehensive treatment of illness and injury in pediatric and college athletes. CHKD Sports Medicine, just another one of the great sponsors helping make this broadcast in this season possible here from the Sportsplex. But let's get back underway. The sirens blaring, the drums beating from the Lionsbridge faithful, the VBU faithful, hoping to see the team in red find the back of the net. We'll see who strikes first. Lionsbridge, chance to Ngobu in the middle, played ahead. Good run by Moody. Kicks one through and out. I'll go for a corner, and Lionsbridge once again a chance on the set piece early in the half.
Yeah, this has been a sight that we've seen almost far too much so far tonight. Is Lionsbridge lining up for a corner over there right now? You see Rowe and you'll see Lovett, but this is a Lionsbridge squad that has had several opportunities yet to capitalize. Had a couple good looks, one of them sailing through the uprights.
And we've seen long balls. We've seen tight. They go tight here, and whistle coming in from the middle. As the official moving Murphy back just a little bit. He holds on the edge of the American football field. Long ball this time played in. Header chipped out Hermoso off the volley, sitting wide, looking for the opportunity for Lionsbridge. That was Hatley, but instead, Potter will trot his way over to pick that up before the goal kick and getting this back underway.
You mentioned earlier Hermoso hanging back a little bit. Could be due to the absence of Wilkinson, but if you're going to beat a team like Lionsbridge, there's going to come an opportunity where you might have to take a little bit of a risk, and I think Bomba is a risk that you've got to be willing to take. He was an insanely efficient offensive scorer last year. He's got the leg. He's been a great scorer in the University of Charleston, along with Franco Trodati. That might be a play that you see come late second half if VBU needs a score.
Lionsbridge, meanwhile, on the attack. Beckett into the box. Step through. Lionsbridge wanted a call, not going to get it. United plays out just over the head of Murphy. Centering feed, had a man, far post. Trodati. He's up his man. And Lionsbridge retains possession. Flag goes up. Little shove called on the sideline, but throw in for United. Right down the line, Ruddy tries to kiss it off the dome over the head, taken back into the middle. Lionsbridge pressing the issue early at half number 2. Good defensive closure, and United will just work it near side for Murphy.
It's one of those instances where Lionsbridge almost rushed in a little too much. Several red jerseys in that cluster area right outside the box. A guy to his left that he could have dished to and almost reset the play, but now it's Reds ball and they're on the attack.
Murphy much more active here in the opening of half number 2 than we saw in half number 1 as they try to play the far side. Taylor on the run, couldn't get there. And throw-in opportunity for United. Far side, collected back.
Moody again with a nice defensive play. Retaining the ball for Virginia Beach. And there he goes on the attack.
Quick flip and turn, gives to Murphy. Stutter step to Moody. Didn't necessarily want to take the shot with the left foot, had the opportunity. He's motioning a man in. They'll go cross pitch. Murphy in the box off the hop, loses it. Taken, played in. Time it's Howes. And swooped back out over midfield in Gobu. Pressure applied, Kieran. And that causes a turnover. Tripped up there. And we're going to get a card first to the match. And that one coming in the 50th minute. As that is Baker. Handed the card for Lionsbridge. And Lionsbridge defender, or excuse me, Lionsbridge midfielder, you got to kind of wonder how much of that card actually had to do with some of his first half shenanigans. As Baker, the one who almost drew the ire of the officials. As Baker getting the yellow card, and he was the one who had kind of a few mentions to the official, a few words here and there. Maybe aggravated the sir. Something you learn playing sports growing up is you certainly don't anger the official, because not only do they control your fate, but they'll come back to get you later on, and it certainly did right there.
Baker's definitely got a little flair to him. In High Point in 2019, 4 yellow cards in just 11 games started. Definitely got a little flair to him.
Corner kick for United. The opportunity here, big booming in far post. That one just goes over. And United, Murphy was saying that got tipped, but it's going to come down. Lighting was the intended target.
Another great pass there from Tridati. No surprise at all, because he's a guy that had 6 assists this year at the University of Charleston. A complete facilitator on both sides of the ball.
And someone last year United relied upon to make those plays. Someone they will rely upon again heavily this season. Both teams' chances in the early going. The offense cranked up early stages. We'll see whether or not these two teams settle in, or if we continue trying to go high-octane soccer here in half number 2.
Yeah, high-octane it's been. I mean, there has not been a whole lot of resets to the keep, so far in the first 52 minutes of this game.
Kieran to Murphy. Middle of the pitch. Gives back far side for Moody. Forearm shiver to the back. That one's going to draw the whistle. Opportunity for United. Around the same area that we saw Lionsbridge have a couple of chances in half number 1. Close enough that you can make a play toward the box, but far enough away that you also have the opportunity to just reset in the middle of the pitch. They're going to play into the box. Header kissed off this side, goes wide to the right, as that was Howes.
And you mentioned taking the trainer wheels off. I'm glad to see Howes doing that. He got a little physical towards the end of the half. As I mentioned earlier, was not a participant in contact practices this week, but a guy that they're going to need, a young player, but a talented one. Coming out of high school, the All-Tidewater Player of the Year, helped Pelham High School win that state championship in 2023, and then William & Mary has already made his mark scoring 5 games started this year, tallying over 500 minutes.
Has a chance on the run and just going out. And that one will be a goal kick. Good box out effort from the United defense. You mentioned Howes, though, another guy listed starting kind of on the back line, and he's certainly getting more and more active here on the attack in half number 2. And different coaches, different teams, different systems. However, last year, one thing we saw from VBU was the back line getting in and being effective offensively. We're seeing that here again tonight, and something that's going to become kind of a standard, I think, among this VBU team, especially with the players they have. Ngobu. Shot blocked, and back the other way. Opportunity, it's Murphy.
And you mentioned Howes being one of those guys that's been coming up, and that's where he's played. Oh!
Misplayed Hogan on the inline, tripped up, and that one going to go out. They wanted a call as that was Wayland. Murphy not happy with the official. Wayland not happy with the official. Hogan gets off with a little bit of luck on his side.
Yeah, you could say he might have been falling asleep there with the lack of shots that he's faced, and a near fatal turnover there, or a fatal mistake, excuse me, for the FIU keeper that has a save percentage hovering around 70 this past season.
We've seen a couple of bad mistakes from either side now as Ngobu cuts to the middle. He's trying to get to that right foot, has done it a couple of times, and good defensive work preventing that. You can see it from the VBU defense as they try to play one through on the far side. Taylor, he can't get there. That's one play that worked for United when Taylor was here previously, kind of the through ball off the opportunity. He's got some speed, has shown what he has for the Dukes collegiately.
The Dukes team that exceeded expectations this year in the NCAA tournament. And Taylor, a big reason why.
Pushed across, tried to tap off the shin pads, and out Trinati. Got a fresh ball from our ball boy on the far side. Into the box, Wayland, again, using that strong lower body to kind of hold off the defender. Foster was right there, but out for a goal kick. And Hogan just going to reset.
I might have been mistaken on that Taylor little illusion there. He's coming off an injury that kept him out nearly all of 2023, so it's nice to see that burst of speed back.
And the inline, that went out. No whistle and a save made as Potter pounces on it. Hermoso letting the official know that he missed that one. And it was at least up from up here. There was green between the line and the ball. But no harm, no foul as jersey tackle made on Ruddy, and away we go. Whistle goes against Lionsbridge. Physicality potentially returning. Space in the middle of the pitch. United will try to regroup with Kieran and Moody.
But this is a United offense that has been far more consistent in this half. It seems like they've almost controlled the pace so far in these first near 10 minutes, including close to 12.
Paul bodies Murphy off the ball, Moody off the ball, played ahead. And Lionsbridge will recoup on the far side. Both teams with a couple of players warming up on the sideline had to be careful of the outside. As flag almost went up, but Potter going to scoop it up. Just about 12 minutes off the clock in half number 2. 0-0 the score, United and Lionsbridge. A great tilt to start the USL League 2 season.
Couple red jerseys over there getting a little confused, but BBU still on the attack.
Taylor shot. Hogan couldn't collect it in. Then does on the bounce. Wayland was there waiting to pounce. But Lionsbridge just going to play back out towards midfield. Middle of the pitch. Pressure applied. Worked across. Ngobu. On the run. Centering feed. Has one there. And Lionsbridge looking for a call once more. Not going to get it. Good defensive work by United. Good ball movement from Lionsbridge as Ngobu to Rowe. And then trying to work it across to Hatley, but he couldn't get there in time. This one stays 0-0. Ball out, throw in for United.
Yeah, that's a call that you might see some officials make, but with the way the game's been going and the way the game has been called, that's kind of standard to what we've seen. These boys in green have been letting the guys on the pitch play, and it's gotten physical at times, and that's just one of those instances. Obviously, holds a little more weight due to its location and the context of the game, but that call seems consistent to me with everything else that's been ongoing tonight.
Only one card handed out so far, and that one coming to Josh Baker in the 50th minute. Here we are in the 60th. 0-0 to score. Murphy, chance, tapped away, and Ngobu hops back on the run. Numbers not in his favor, but he has possession. Feeds right side. Centering feed in the way was Tridati. Rowe plays back and Ngobu with it. Right corner. Back between the legs. Ruddy taps it out. Throw in will go to Lionsbridge.
VB United's defense so far this half has had a couple shaky moments, but still holding strong. So the leader almost had a crucial mistake, but his teammate from University of Charleston helped him recover.
Long throw in into the box. It's there and cleared out. Kieran finds it and boots it out towards midfield. Rolling away, Lionsbridge will recollect. Foster steps ahead, Rowe. Long ball, tracking Potter. He's going to scoop that in. Or booming it back himself. High fly over midfield. Whalen couldn't collect it. No work, Murphy.
Murphy getting more touches this half.
Much more involved in this second half is the Louisville product. They play far side, intended for Taylor. A little too long, a little not a cross. Hogan will hold. Lionsbridge looks to come back.
You mentioned earlier how competitive the ACC conference is with Docker. Murphy has yet to get a whole bunch of playing time for the Cardinals, but saw 122 minutes in 7 games this year, starting to get more comfortable going into his redshirt sophomore season.
Ruddy on the run to Murphy. Cuts back. Chance with the left foot into the middle of the box. Didn't quite get all of it. Able to clear it out was Lionsbridge. Looking for the whistle and going to get it there as Tridati went up for the header and Ngobu. Referee saying you gave him a little bit of an extra lean and push.
And I don't really know if that was necessary from Ngobu. You can see it. He kind of towers over Tridati a little bit. Give him a little space there. Not that extra little shove. Maybe it's a different story. Maybe it's Gray's ball. Maybe there's no foul. But the story's been written. The script's been published. It's United free kick opportunity.
As a couple of substitutions coming on for the visitors. Get those for you in just one moment. As Dimitri Turner comes on, ball played into the box. Header there, top of the box, looking for it. Kieran Hermoso played across. He's going to draw a whistle.
Isaiah Chisholm, also one of the guys that just sprinted on the field here for Lionsbridge.
Chisholm and Turner, the two subs. On Hermoso. Got a good shoulder coming across the middle. Lionsbridge looking near side. We've got Rome kind of hovering by himself, communicating. Meanwhile, they stand back at midfield. As Hermoso getting a yellow here in the 64. So our second carding of the evening, one from either side. Hermoso, the United captain tonight, wearing the yellow armband.
Tell you a little bit about our subs coming in. Dimitri Turner plays at JMU with Ethan Taylor. Started all 20 games this year. Scored 2 goals and also tallied 3 assists. Excuse me.
Chance left side, centering feed, cleared out of the box. Murphy trying to get it out of harm's way. United looking for help. Moody plays to Ruddy, can't get it off of their own offensive half of the pitch.
Isaiah Chisholm, one of the 3 guys on this Lionsbridge team from Kentucky. An absolute playmaker, regardless of where he is on the field.
As United making a couple of substitutions as well. Josh Nevins onto the pitch as he gets his opening touches.
Told you we might see him tonight. Familiar with Coach Mills, plays at Virginia Wesleyan with him. Was wrapped up his freshman year. Local kid from Cullum High School was on that state championship team last year with Hamilton House.
Far side, little back heel tap. Key White into the middle. Taylor cuts across. Wants to get the foot loose. Feeds. Shot didn't quite get all of it. And that's going to roll out as Keyshawn White comes in. Had started his career at North Carolina. As off of the restart, that one plays just goes out as trying to keep it in was Rowe. He couldn't on the hop. I'll come back throw in for United. As White came in for Wayland, ball goes out, throwing back to United. And Nevins, I believe, stepping on for Howes. Bouncing shot scooped up by Hogan.
I believe Wayland is off as well.
Wayland and Howes off. Nevins and White on for the home side. United hoping to get a little bit of a energy boost from those substitutions.
As is Lionsbridge too, excuse me.
Ball played through off the head of Rowe, as that was Dimitri Turner. Unable to connect some of his first touches of the evening. Here in the 68th minute, 0-0 the score. Both teams opportunities in the first half. Lionsbridge, the lion's share of offensive threatening chances. Here in the second half, United has stepped up the game, getting a handful more of chances offensively. But as things go, it only takes one to tickle the twine to take a lead. We'll see who can do that first.
Yeah, and I think that comes from, Mills' decision to bring the left back up a little bit more. You saw House creeping up early. You've seen Nevins kind of across midfield several times now. A little bit more aggressive on the offensive end has led to more sustained possession and greater looks.
Played far side, Lionsbridge running with the arms up and offside the call as Taylor was there. And And the ball coming in from the ball boy instead of using the one that had been in play. Lionsbridge just kind of tried to hop off to a quick extra start there. I'll be calling back, and they'll just slow things back down, regrouping.
First game of the season, things rusty for the teams, and things are rusty for the ball boys. Still trying to get into a rhythm on all facets.
Rowe plays into the box there. Moso is there and booms one right at the Lionsbridge drums, shuts them up for a moment. They had to make sure their drums didn't get broken by a errant soccer ball, and back they go.
It has been a repetitive thumping all night.
Shot bouncing goes wide as Potter didn't get a hand on it, but luckily went wide. 0-0 the score here in the 70th minute. Virginia Beach United and Lionsbridge FC.
And Potter took a little time there to collect himself, but he's earned it. He's been busy all night. And so far tonight, he's been strong. No goals allowed. Faced some tough shots early. Not as high a quantity this second half.
But just enough to keep him awake on both sides, really, for the keepers. Saw kind of a mishap from Hogan.
Yeah, the FIU product had a little bit of a slow first half, and then nearly fell asleep to start this one after halftime. But he's been a little bit more active.
It'll be a question of who blinks first between these two keepers. Played ahead. Hall going to out-muscle Taylor. Ball drops down. Whistle against United.
This will be the third free kick that we've seen from Lionsbridge around this part of the field. So far, hasn't been able to do anything with it.
And he just got the quick tap back through, trying to gain possession. Lost it as Murphy roped to the ground. Whistle goes. And he'll just trot by and let Hermoso take it. Quick tap to Ruddy, plays back across, sliding. Stalwart last season for United. Looking to continue that trend here this season as the CNU product. Ball played by Lionsbridge ahead and kicks around. Hall near side. Trying to calm his squad down as the Lionsbridge captain.
You mentioned the CNU product, Lighting, for being a guy that plays so far off. We haven't seen him creep up so much. He did tally 4 goals this season at CNU. He's definitely a threat on offense when he gets the opportunity.
Lionsbridge across. Hall. The Englishman plays ahead. Taps back. Solid foot in. Cutting to the middle. Trying to split the D. Hermoso is there. He's taken down. That's going to draw a whistle. And ball comes right back as he gets himself up off the turf.
I had a chance to talk with Bamba earlier this week as he was getting his feet taped up, and he just couldn't express himself enough as to how excited he was for this season to start. A returning player, an extremely valuable player to this team, and he just voiced his excitement and his desire to, with this new group of guys, new head coach Chris Mills, to show this division what BB United can become and what it can be this season. And he, along with several other players, viewed this game as a statement. So far, I think a statement has been made. VBU has been strong-willed, and they've been bend not break so far.
Chance here for Lionsbridge. Into the box. Oh, knocked away from him. Almost right on the foot of the ref.
Yeah, nice play by Nevins there.
Murphy, well-timed tackle coming from Rowe, gets it back for Lionsbridge. into the box, centering feed. Taken away, cleared out. Moody on the run, tries to feed ahead for Taylor. He's got a chance, wants to cut back to the middle. Feed across, look, shot, that one goes high. Moody had a golden opportunity as Taylor fed him. Moody couldn't make it count. And United, their best opportunity of the evening. But we're still sitting at 0-0.
That was a great look by Taylor, a great feed, and a great job by Moody to collect it, going to the left side, just a little high.
Moody through the middle, showing that he's definitely going to be a dangerous player for United this season.
His speed has been on full display tonight. His skill on defense has been fantastic. He's gotten in there on a couple tackles, disrupting the Lionsbridge offense. I mean, you describe him in one word, it's definitely scrappy. He's been everywhere.
As Sam Phillips comes on for Sam Murphy. BBU making sure they keep their Sam quantity up to par on the field.
That's the second forward that's been shuffled out here for BBU, trying to get some changes, working on offense, increase their shot intake.
Ngobu coughs it up. Ruddy tries to play ahead. The gap was there, but Taylor just couldn't hit it.
So Ruddy there lost his footing a little bit, brushing up on that ball.
Ball back in. That one's going to go out as Bro couldn't get it and then angrily threw it out of bounds farther. As Roy started to take the throw in, gives back to Nevins. Headed out by Hull.
BB taking their time here. Giving the guys a little bit of a break.
Nevins gave to Ruddy. That one got coughed up trying to cut to the middle of the field. Hermoso collides. Whistle going to go is
Isaiah Chisholm laying on the ground. That's Hermoso's second whistle in the past few moments.
And Hermoso coming in hard and hot on all those headers. An aggressive player. We've seen that from him the last 2 seasons. The official kind of letting it known here in the second half. Maybe the whistle might get pulled out a little more. We've already seen 2 cards as we creep into the 77th, 78th minute. Long ball played into the box for Lionsbridge. Chance and Ngobu, header back off the bounce, shot, and score. Krichenkov finds it off the bounce. Lionsbridge able to capitalize off of that free kick near midfield. And it's 1-0 Lionsbridge here in the 77th minute.
And that was bound to happen, Isaac. That was the 4th free kick opportunity for Lionsbridge. It had several corners. One of them was bound to get through. Some miscommunication within the subs there on the VBU defensive unit. And Krichenkov just capitalizes, and he does that all the time. He was an Atlantic 10 All-Rookie team, second team Atlantic 10 All-Conference as a freshman, and first team Atlantic 10 All-Conference this past year, tallying 9 goals and 2 assists. He's a pure scorer, and you saw it on full display there. He puts Lionsbridge up 1-0 with about 20-ish minutes left about 13 minutes left in this match. BBU's got to hurry up and try and get something going on offense.
Top of the box, ball bouncing. Krichenkov able to capitalize. It's 1-0 Lionsbridge. And the visitors strike first as Potter couldn't get over to the near post fast enough to get a hand on it. And Krichenkov has his first of the season. Lionsbridge their first of the year. And it's 1-0 visitors.
And the drums are starting to hit a crescendo here, Isaac. I mean, they're blaring. They've definitely picked up the pace and they've picked up the sound and enthusiasm.
Lionsbridge, a chance to kind of sit back here as they play one through. Hermoso on the run. Potter out a little bit. Pressure applied. Whistle against Chisholm. Potter going to play ahead to Hermoso. Near side. United unable to fully collect that is White. He gets it back, tries to split the defense, taking feet right out from underneath him. We're going to get a card. As dangerous tackle there coming right at the feet. As that was Rowe. Here in the 80th minute.
Chisholm seems to be okay.
Announced in stadium is Krachenkov with the yellow. Looked like it was Rowe, but officially goes to Krachenkov. BBU free kick opportunity into the box. Up, that one headed out, and Gobu got up, and that one's going to be played, and then Lionsbridge.
Yeah, the Milwaukee native probably still riding high on some adrenaline from that goal. It's a little chippy there.
Baker just sends it back in, drawing the ire of the VBU contingent as Hermoso having a conversation with the official. Expect more than just 2 minutes of stoppage time here in half number 2. Lionsbridge leading 1-0. Just under 10 minutes to play in regulation.
Lionsbridge players pointed at Moody for trying to sneak that ball up a couple yards when the official turned his back. You mentioned earlier how the green might have been disappointed in the gray. Now, red trying to be a little bit sneaky. The parents always find out.
Chance for United. Call it 15 yards off the top of the box. Shot, top corner, goes just wide. Opportunity as Ethan Taylor wanted it, but just sent it wide of Hogan. And Lionsbridge keeps the 1-0 lead. They're going to take their sweet time, try to milk as much of this clock out as they possibly can. Up 1-0 here late in half number 2.
At this time, I'd like to wish a very happy birthday to both Jackson and Reed.
Played up toward the sideline on the run, and Gobu trying to get there first. He will. Ball going to bounce, plays back.
Great control there for Ngubu.
Pressure applied by Lighting. And tap dancing his way with the ball out of bounds for the visitors. So that'll come back for a VBU throw-in. Over the head of Moody. Ngobu takes it. Cuts to the middle. Played across, top of the box. Shot save made, and Potter catches it between the legs and hangs on. Rolls near side, Nevins. Back through the middle, it's Ruddy.
My dad used to tell me, being successful while doing it in an ugly way is better than failing to do it in a pretty way. And
Light with speed, centering feed, chance there, shot just sent wide. And goal kick, but United had a big opportunity sprinting in on the far side. A flash of speed from Key White.
that would have been huge. That was one of the better opportunities we've seen all day. Probably one of the two best. Another one coming on earlier this half with Moody. That one just a chip away from an even game. Instead, it's still 1-0 Lionsbridge. 7 minutes left.
And that one on the far side, Sam Phillips We've seen flashes of speed from Taylor. We've seen them from White. We've seen them from Phillips. United still trying to get the opening tally of this 2024 season. Trailing by 1, trying to draw back even. Ball going to go to the back end where Potter will play cross field.
And that was kind of that was BB United's problem last season, was just trying to capitalize on those looks. You know, there were games where sometimes the offense looked a little bit deficient of some sort of rhythm. Tonight, it's kind of peaked as we gotten later into the second half, but still unable to find that net.
Whistle on Baker. He hasn't made any friends with the guys in lime green tonight. That's for certain. Free kick near midfield. It'll be Hermoso set to take it. He surveys his options. 85th minute. Down the line. Moody tries to cut back across. Feet up top. Well-timed tackle. Pushes it out of play. Hermoso there collects it back. Taken by White.
That's about the farthest out we've seen out of Hermoso all night.
Ruddy jostling for position. Gonna get the whistle drawn on him. Is Lionsbridge milking as much of this clock as they can. Fixing shin pads, waiting for the restart here.
Ruddy unhappy with that call. He's been tangled up in a couple of those physical matchups around midfield. Shrugs his shoulders. Asks why, asks what.
Ruchenkov, the goal scorer for Lionsbridge, that coming in the 77th minute. 1-0 the score. That's the difference so far. A great shot from the top of the box. On off the volley. Sent inside the near post. Going back for United, trying to put the pedal to the metal and get a way to get one past Hogan.
Virginia Beach United taking time to set off their offense.
Dancing through midfield. Play. Ruddy. Tapped ahead. Taylor has a man. Dances past. Waits. Looks. Into the box. Far side. Up. Hogan comes out. Bounces on top of it. Tries to sell that he was grazed. As again, Phillips coming in hot. Hogan going to push his men all the way back towards midfield. 87th minute, 1-0.
Nothing against Hogan. He's played a great night, but there's a reason.
Hogan's got to be careful there. Stepped right out of the box, holding on to that thing to punt it. It's the second time he's done that tonight. Watching closely, could in turn become something a little bit dangerous than he expected. Taylor wants the cut back. Taken away from him. BBU faithful wanted a whistle. Lionsbridge takes to midfield. Hermoso gets it right back into the attack.
Here comes Hermoso. This is as far as we've seen him all night.
Chance centering feed. Far side. White can't get it. Sent it just wide. The feed played across.
And I just hit the outside of his foot there. Ricochet wide right. If he gets there on the inside, maybe he has a little more control over it. Was able to push it towards the net, but another missed opportunity there for BB United.
That one coming across from Diente. Another late addition trying to spurn some life into this BBU side.
Lionsbridge taking their time once more.
As he was trying to force Hogan Get that back into play. It was called back by the officials. 89th minute, United trying for a late tally to draw this one back even. We got 2 minutes of stoppage time at half number one.
I doubt. I wager it'll be double that, if not more.
I was gonna go with 5, but expect somewhere in the realm of probably 4 to 5 minutes of stoppage time. Of course, nothing official until we hear it from our head man. Viente cuts to the middle of the pitch, slide, keeps possession. Moody, far side, has a man on the run. United been pressing the issue here late in half number 2. Centering feed, top of the box. Held off the hop, long shot. That one goes wide. And it'll be right back for another goal kick. And we got a midfield stretch session going on.
That one off the foot of Cooper Kieran. He was highly involved in the BB United offense in the first half, a little bit quieter there.
Moody, another United player, is not necessarily happy with the decision from Baker to get his calf stretched out right this late in the match. 20 seconds left in regulation. Lionsbridge leading 1-0.
Yeah, those three midfielders for Lionsbridge have definitely been agitating the boys in red a little bit. Baker, Hall, and Beckett, all of course with that yellow card.
Played along the sideline. United tries to keep it in, goes out. That'll be a throw in to Lionsbridge. Minimum of 6 minutes of stoppage time as we creep past regulation and into stoppage time.
Maybe United faithful starting to come alive a little bit after that announcement.
Far side and Gobu off sides. Great snag by Hermoso. Seeing that coming by, quickly trying to get it back into play. Potter will look to get United back on the other half of the field. Big boot, far side. Header. Viente. Can't get there. United. Chance on the run. Tapped ahead. Potter going to have to come out to play it. He's got pressure. Sends back towards the middle of the pitch. United can't gain possession for more than just a split second here. Kieran finally does. Work through Moody. Kieran wanted to connect with Taylor. Couldn't get it to him. Step, tackle, kept. Lionsbridge, far side, centering feed. Dangerous area. Header pushed out by Nevins. Moody. Couldn't get it past the Lionsbridge pressure.
Great poke there by Turner. You just pointed it out. Disrupting the VBU offense once again. They've been unable in these final 10-ish minutes to really get anything sustained.
2 minutes of stoppage time gone. They said at least 6. Throw in goes to Lionsbridge.
Now the clock is starting to become, the area of attention for Virginia Beach United. We saw them bring up pretty much their entire backfield in their last best look. Excuse me, losing my ability to talk here late in the game, but I think that's what they got to keep doing. Bring Hermoso up.
Gobu, meanwhile, tries to center it. He's pushed to the corner. Swarm of United defenders, but Lionsbridge comes out. Centering feed, loose ball, chipped away, coming toward the sideline. White trying to track it down. Played out by Lionsbridge. White can't corral the throw in from the ball boy on the run. United takes quite the liberty on that throw in. Gaining extra space was Nevins. Ball played through. Valente can't collect to midfield. Lining. His pass. Pinballs through the middle of the pitch. Across. White. Pitched over. Tapped away. Ruddy was trying to corral it. Lionsbridge, the header chip over. '94th. Spin move. Steps to the middle. Ruddy. Across. Valente in the box. Shoveled down. One to call. Nothing coming. Ball played back to midfield. Hermoso. Tackle there, and he's going to get a card. It's a yellow, and that's his second, so it's going to be a red.
Not sure.
Nope, just a yellow for Hermoso.
Not sure I agree with the consistency of calls there. Valente seemed to have his leg cut out under him after the ball was taken away, and then just moments later, Hermoso with a little bit more force.
Trainer's making a slow jog across the pitch. As 95th minute card. Lionsford players started to get back up, and it's on to
Owen Ruddy trying
down.
Owen Ruddy trying to get the Virginia Beach United men on the field riled up as they prepare for what I'm guessing will be another minute and a half, 2 minutes of action once the Lionsbridge player is able to work his way off the field. We hope he's okay.
As Rowe helped off the pitch after that collision. Lionsbridge will work the substitution on.
Two more minutes left is what they're saying on the field.
Trey Barrett on for Rowe. Free kick just inside the VBU half of midfield. That one going to be played down the line, looking for Ngobu.
Barrett, the youngest guy on this Lionsbridge roster.
And getting felt up on the sideline from VBU was Nevins. Ball goes out. It'll be a throw into VBU. Nevins and Ngobu exchanging words. Meanwhile, throw-in comes to White. He takes a jog about halfway down the sideline before throwing that one in. United sneaking away with some extra field position on those throw-ins so far. That one just stays in. Nevins will get it back. Kieran plays White.
That one trickles out.
Kurchenkov.
Two balls on the field again.
Kurchenkov was trying to take as much time as he could to get the throw-in in. Meanwhile, the ball boy gave him one.
It's twice now today.
This one just merely out of delay tactic.
Lionsbridge players voicing their opinion rather passionately about what just happened.
Throw-in goes over everyone. Hermoso is going to let it go out, then gives it back to Potter. Creeping up on the final moments of this one, 1-0 Lionsbridge leading a tally in the 77th minute from Kurchenkov. Played far sideline, United hurrying, trying to take advantage of every last second they have. Ruddy to the middle of the pitch, stolen away. They giving Gobu. Puts on the brakes, trots away. Tries to run past the lighting. Flag goes up. Possession to United.
Some more confusion.
Whistle goes back, and it'll come to Potter. He tries to get United moving again. Lots of stoppage time here in this second half. Ball chipped up. And it's going to stay with United. Both sides were looking for the call, delayed, and then it comes in. Chances here in the second half for United, but Lionsbridge, the one able to capitalize, throw into the middle of the field. Inside the box, chipped away, and Hogan able to collect it in. And that is going to do it as Lionsbridge comes into the Sportsplex and gets a late tally from Kurchenkov to take the 1-0 victory over Virginia Beach United. United getting strong efforts in that second half, strong opportunities, but at the end of the day, just unable to get one past Hogan in the Lionsbridge net.
Yeah, their best opportunities didn't even really grace Hogan. You had one from Moody in around the 60th minute that just sailed over the goalpost, and late after the Kurchenkov goal in around the 81st minute, a feed to Phillips, just sailed right to the right on a little flip towards goal. Some good opportunities, but nothing really on goal, just some good setup offensive possessions. Lionsbridge was kind of held stagnant on offense at times, but had that one great look off the free kick, and Kurchenkov was able to capitalize, and that's all she wrote.
We mentioned it was a back-and-forth game that we said it was going to come down to who blanked first. It ended up being Potter in the VBU net, but that said, Potter came out easily the best player in the first half for Virginia Beach United.
100%, and I don't even know if I would call it the goal of blink. I'd maybe just say he just kind of became a victim of a sneeze. You can't blink when you can't help but blink when you sneeze, and there was a lapse in the defense, and then a beautiful shot by Kurchenkov right in the bottom left, of the net. He played extremely well in the first half, and it was disciplined in the second, but you were spot on when you said whoever blinks first is going to take it, and that's exactly what we saw.
As the Lionsbridge lineup, you see them there applauding the Lionsbridge faithful that they're going to have sore arms tomorrow, the way those drums have been continually beaten all game long. But for Virginia Beach United, we've talked about the goalkeeping. That was stellar. The defensive line was good. The offense kind of came to life in the second half. We saw flashes of a team that was really meshing and playing well together, and certainly positive things and exciting things to come, especially with a team that's going to get back at it on Wednesday right here at the Sportsplex.
Yeah, 100%. This is a team that has a quick turnaround, and they'll have some guys hopefully back and full participants in practice. There were, as I mentioned previously, guys that showed up Thursday that played tonight, opening night. Now they'll have a couple sessions Monday, Tuesday, a walkthrough Tuesday, a session Monday to blend together a little bit more. Some guys can recover a little bit from the injuries that they sustained in the off season, come out a little bit more fresh. And I expect to see an improved performance Wednesday from this Virginia Beach United squad.
And even with the defeat, Virginia Beach United, fair to say, starting off the season on a strong foot, getting a valiant effort start to finish for Chris Mills in his opening debut as the VBU head man.
Yeah, not the result you wanted, but a result that there's a lot to build on. There was definitely some negative, as there is with nearly any game, but there's a lot to hang your head on, a lot to be excited about if you're a VBU United fan. all things put forward, you're missing some starters. You're having some guys come back off injury. You're missing some guys with injury. And you put out a performance like this against a team that finished second in the USL 2 last year. I think you got to be rather impressed.
VBU signing autographs for the fans, but that's going to do it for us here in the booth. Thanks to all our sponsors for helping make this one possible, especially the great folks over at Wawa. For Nick King, I'm Isaac Berkey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back on Wednesday. VBU falls 1-0 in the season opener to Lionsbridge. We'll talk to you on Wednesday night. Have a great night, everybody.